Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to XCOM 2. So, it's been a few days, and in my last recording session, I got a tiny ways into this episode that I'm recording right now, and my hard drive filled up. I gotta get used to the fact that on this computer I'm playing on right now, I have a smaller hard drive, like less hard drive space than I'm used to. I gotta tweak some things and deal with that. But anyway, so I don't know exactly where we were at versus how far I got, and so I like this may or may not make sense. Yay! Just roll with it here, because it was right around here. So looking at our event queue, we're researching hybrid materials. That'll be done in a day. We're clearing some alien debris. We've cleared out one room so far. We're clearing out a second room. It's going to take a couple days. We have our monthly supply drop. We get, in the previous XCOM, you get paid by the council every month, and here we get supply drops. It's the same thing. Instead of dollars, it's supply dollars.
Our research is progressing as expected, Commander.
So yeah, hybrid materials, that'll be like armor plating and stuff. That'll be pretty good. We've done these three things. So modular weapons, right? So we customized our sniper gun and put a thing on it.
Maybe we should start training someone else to pilot the Avenger. I'm never going to get any work done if Mr. Bradford can't keep the ship steady.
What can I do for you, Commander?
Okay. We have one engineer. We have built like a med kit. And, I've built one med kit and one smoke grenade, apparently. That's good to know. Don't have any flashbangs, don't have to worry about that.
I think Dad would have been proud of what we're doing here.
Stuff.
For the first time in a long time, we're actually a threat to the aliens, and they know it.
Got a bunch of soldiers.
Now we just have to make all those people in the colonies remember what we're fighting for.
Yes.
My father didn't die, so
okay,
we could
well,
become a
you're
race
talking.
of
We have a bunch of
towering
injured
test
people.
subjects
That's
for the aliens to toy with.
a thing.
We just have to get the people's attention.
Okay, that was a fun little quick overview of just what's going down here. So, there is a stadium that we can investigate, and we'll get some supplies for that. It'll take 7 days to scan that area. So, Commander, after our recent success, members of the Resistance in the Western U.S. have brought us reports of activity that we may want to investigate. Not now. So we can just keep gaining intel. Have we done a thing with intel? I don't think we know what intel's for yet. I don't think we've spent any of it. Our current objectives: construct the Proving Ground facility and research Resistance communications to allow us to contact the Resistance in the Black Site region. So we can gain more intel, which, we can scan these intact structures and hopefully bring in some rookies. I'm a huge fan of that. Or we can go scan the stadium and get some supplies. Let's finish getting our rookies here.
New course.
We were making progress on that, and then we had to jump back, I think, for our previous mission? Sure, I think that's what happened.
I am sure you will find the results to be as intriguing as I do, Commander.
Okay, hybrid materials. What do you got for us? So, codename Slicker. We can now research plated armor, and we can now create nanoscale vests. That's exciting. With limited resources available to outfit our troops up until now, they've had to make do with whatever makeshift armor Shen managed to piece together for them from various scrap materials. Relying on methods that might otherwise seem outdated, we've developed a means of producing a multi-layered nanofiber weave capable of withstanding direct impacts as well as any traditional armor without the added weight. So, armor's basically on par with what we have now, just lighter, I guess. That's cool. Troops will have to exercise caution. Even the nanofiber has limits. It may be best suited for our forces who rely on agility over pure sonic power. Okay, so it's not like super duper crazy good armor. It's just like a buffer. That's fine. In any case, I imagine our soldiers will be pleased to see any improvements over their current equipment. Yes, I concur. So, a light armor underlay derived from Advent armor. The vest can be worn with all XCOM armors to increase the soldier's health. So this is going to be like an optional thing that they can equip if we make some, and it will just give them extra health. So it's not armor, it's health armor. That's fine. We can't research plated armor just yet because we don't have enough alien alloys. I don't think we have any alloys. Yeah, we have 0. So that's a bummer. We can research the sectoid corpse, Advent Trooper. So that'll take 3 days for the sectoid. It'll take 2 days for the Advent Trooper corpse. Magnetic weapons are going to be really, really slow if we don't get more scientists able to research with us. So, yeah, 14 days is a long time to research something. And then the resistance comms are going to take 4 days. And that's got the star. That's the thing we need to do for a mission. Let's do the Advent Trooper autopsy.
Knowing that my past surgical experience is limited, I am sure the crew appreciates that I hone my skills on fallen Advent forces before triaging our own wounded. To the uninitiated, the common Advent Trooper is seemingly human. The aliens have disguised its most glaring divergence from the human form with a carefully designed helmet.
Excuse me. So that'll be a couple days. So, huzzah! Let's get back to scanning things. Doop, give me my rookies. Cool. Many of the buildings in this area are still intact, so we broadcasted a wide area signal in the hopes of contacting possible survivors. A small group of people cautiously emerged from an old warehouse and expressed interest in joining the resistance. That's pretty sweet. So we have 2 new rookies, rookie Bob Ross and rookie Booker DeBuit. That's sweet. So they're just chilling on board now. Still don't know what intel's for, so yeah, let's go to the stadium and
new course.
Scan it, hopefully get us some new supplies. That seems pretty cool.
I've made a number of interesting discoveries, Commander.
Sweet. That was quick.
Despite a thorough analysis, I have yet to discover what, if any, advantage the Advent hybrid soldiers' enormous eyes provide. Testing their visual acuity will no doubt prove difficult.
Alright, so codename Deacon. That led to us being able to create a new item, which is kind of cool. The most public face of Advent security, the standard Advent Trooper serves in a first response role in areas of high public exposure. Although rumors as to their origins have persisted for years, it is only recently that we've confirmed that they are, in fact, the product of a human-alien hybrid development. My initial autopsy indicates that the troopers were at one time entirely human, implying some means of gradual genetic enhancement without the rejection concerns that would normally plague these experiments. The body itself maintains the general outward appearance of a typical human, with the most crucial changes occurring in the cranial structure. It is my belief that the Advent troopers receive their orders, that is to say they are controlled, directly through a psionic link engineered as part of the genetic modification process. As we first discovered in the field, the eyes are notably larger, perhaps as an unintended side effect, as they seem to provide only limited improvements to the troopers' visual acuity. The aliens have managed to disguise this glaring physical trait from the general public through the use of cleverly designed armor. So, they're people with creepy faces and really creepy eyes. And they're controlled psionically, presumably by, like, the sectoids. Battle scanner. So you throw it, it provides extra vision on the battlefield. They throw it like a grenade, allowing it to reveal hidden areas on the map. And it will also... oh, no. Any hidden or disguised enemies will be revealed as well. I don't like that phrase at all. So that means that something similar to the floating tentacle monsters from Enemy Within. Something like that's going to be in this game. That's... hooray, I guess. I'm not thrilled by that. Alright, sectoid autopsy, and then we'll do the resistance communications.
Though I was never witness to one myself, countless observers attest to the existence of a much smaller, less intimidating variant of the sectoid that took part in the original invasion. In the time since, this new being, the product of clear genetic manipulation, is now a familiar face to our forces operating in the field.
Yep. Yeah, let's go learn about these new crazy sectoid creatures. This new version of sectoids. I'm excited to see what we learn about that. All right, Stadium, just scan it. Give me my stuff. Ooh, alien debris. We got 29 supply dollars for clearing out the alien debris. So that's kind of cool. We can build stuff here. Okay, so it'll have a monthly upkeep that'll detract from our monthly income. That's just the way things go in this game. We have 105 megabucks to spend right now, so not enough to build a laboratory, a workshop, or an advanced warfare center, which is a bummer. An advanced warfare center would be really cool because we can station engineers in it. We don't have a lot of engineers right now, but it looks like we can station an engineer in the advanced warfare center to decrease the time our soldiers need to recover from injuries. That seems really cool. Also really expensive. All of these things also have a power cost, so it looks like a workshop only costs 1 power. Everything else seems to cost 3, and then the power relay would provide 3 for us. So eventually we're gonna need that. The ship right now is just generating 12 power, and we're using 6 of it. So we're only gonna be able to build a couple things before we really need to go clear out the before we need to build new power relays. There we go. That's words I was trying to say. So Proving Ground will let us produce new, unique types of ammo, grenades, and armor for the soldiers. That seems really cool. Guerrilla Tactics School, though, will let us, like, bring more soldiers on missions and that sort of thing. It's going to be similar to, like, the officer school, I'm imagining, from the previous XCOM games. So that actually seems like a super-duper-duper crazy high priority for me, because the more rookies we can bring on a mission, the more we can level them up, and the more we can promote people, and the more useful they'll become, and hopefully that means that they will be less likely to die. I think in actuality what that means is we're just sadder when they die. Monthly upkeep, though, is high, but it's high for the Proving Grounds, too. I like that you can see, like, the holographic image of what that room's going to look like once it's built. That's kind of cool. I'm going to go with Guerrilla Tactics here. This is the top left corner, right? Yeah, so we'll do... I don't know if there's, like, adjacency bonuses and stuff like that in this game also, like there was in the previous one. I kind of hope not. I didn't really like that system. It led to too much, like, min-maxing and optimizing and stuff like that. Also, satellites. Yeah. Guerrilla Tactics.
We'll start work on the new facility right away, Commander. I'll send word when it's up and running.
Increase construction speed by 50%. So she'll build it quicker, so that'll only take 7 days. I would also like to have some of these other rooms cleared out, though. I want to build... is that the only exposed power coil? There's another one down in the bottom right-hand corner. I'd love to get to that power coil, because I think that would let our energy generations, or our generator thing, be much more useful, much more powerful.
Commander, I'm going to need more help on the engineering team before I can start clearing out some of these other rooms. We should recruit an engineer.
We need more engineers. Sorry, we're gonna just let that one go for a really long time. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Go back.
Commander,
we have an unstaffed engineer. That's kind of cool.
Staff for the engineering team, but as it stands, we have people still waiting for an assignment.
Yeah, shush.
We can have them working on.
I get it. I get it. Shush.
Or staffing a facility.
Okay. So that was a little warning, like, hey, you got a person who's not doing anything. Okay, so this is gonna take a long time. Oh crap, this is gonna take a really long time as well. Maybe not working on that. Maybe just calm down. There's just like a little bit of delay between like when you click on something and when it's like buffering my input. And it's just weird. I gotta get used to that. Okay, build this first, and then hopefully when we have a second engineer, you'll both be able to go work on clearing out the alien machinery, because we need to get down to that exposed power coil. That's fine. That's totally fine. Okay. Now we can go scan a thing. Hooray for all the fun base management stuff.
I do not think I could have predicted this outcome, though it is intriguing.
Okay, what did we learn about the sectoids?
The sectoid's rapid physical evolution over the past 20 years is a testament to both the aliens' mastery of genetic engineering and their pursuit of advancement, regardless of the risks.
All right, the project codename Kecksburg. We have 2 new things. We have a new item available. We can start building mind shields, apparently, like the Magneto helmet. And new research available, psionics. So we can start researching psionics. That's really, really cool. Preliminary autopsy exam conducted by Dr. Tigan, acting science officer. Although my direct surgical experience is limited, the alien's genetic manipulation of the species previously cataloged as a sectoid provides a certain familiarity in relation to human anatomy. While the earliest documented accounts of sectoids on Earth indicated examples no larger than 1 meter in height, the specimens we encounter today are all nearly twice that size. Knowing full well that the aliens continue their efforts to integrate human and alien DNA, my findings here only reinforce the notion of a continuous development process. This larger sectoid variant has an even greater proportion of human genetic material selectively combined with the intention of improving the otherwise limited physical capabilities of the original. With enhanced psionic capabilities and greater overall strength, I'd say they have succeeded. That's terrible. So Mind Shield, a powerful psionic artifact rendering soldiers completely immune to any negative mental conditions, including panic, mind control, stuns, and disorientation. That's really cool. That's really cool. And now we can presumably research psionics, but we would need some Illyrium crystals before we could do that. So, alright, resistance comms, let's...
I'll see that work begins immediately.
Get that out of the way.
I'll contact you when I have a full report available.
So we're looking for a way to get in contact with other resistance groups, other resistance cells across the globe without Advent and the aliens catching on to what we're trying to do. That's the goal of that research. Supply drop!
Priority message coming through, Commander. Putting it on screen now.
Yeah.
You have made considerable progress against the aliens over the past month, Commander. I hope that your ongoing efforts will only lead to further success.
Cool. Ooh. Do we have 2 new people that we can... Did we get... I think we might have just got some new folks here. They're both doctors. I'm assuming they're both going to be researchers. So we did some stuff. We got some megabucks, aliens. I assume that we're going to start seeing more and more alien activity as we progress
Commander,
through
we
the
have
game.
intel suggesting the aliens are working on developments that threaten our ability to stop the Avatar project. We can conduct guerrilla operations to disrupt one of these efforts, but we'll have to choose carefully. We don't have the resources to intercede everywhere.
Yeah. So, dark events. We have received intel regarding the aliens' current activities. Preparations to foil these dark events before they can be enacted are already underway. Counter operations will be available soon. So I'm assuming in a couple days we'll have to pick one of these 2 things to go deal with, to go stop it. So, hunt XCOM, a UFO will hunt for the Avenger. That seems awful. Advent alloy padding. Advent invests in improving their battle gear, adding armor to some of their soldiers in the field for a month. That seems really obnoxious. Those both seem really bad, and we can't do anything with either of them now, can we? No. We're gonna have to deal with them once we have a counter-op, it looks like.
Commander, the Resistance has a hidden cache of resources stashed outside of Advent's reach. But that means we'll have to fly over and scan the area if we want to recover this stuff for ourselves.
Oh, cool. So that's just another supply drop to go investigate. That's kind of cool. We'll do that after the stadium, probably. Maybe.
Nothing on the local comms. Advent's been quiet lately. I'm guessing we have you to thank for that.
Our pleasure, Den Mother. Enjoy it while it lasts.
We plan to. Our water purification
Massive
system-
signal coming from the Advent Network Tower. It's global. Sir, I think you want to see this.
Fellow citizens, for 20 years, the Advent Coalition has worked tirelessly to repair the ravages and injustices of the old world. Under our stewardship, our cities prosper, our people flourish, and our world heals. And yet, among us, there are still those who would refuse to acknowledge the truth, who are determined to see all that we have achieved
Multiple radar contacts on approach to Haven Alpha 7.
That must end. Even as I speak to you today,
You've got incoming on approach.
Your signal's breaking up.
Outlying territories to end this scourge once and for all.
They're right on top of you.
Losing you, Avenger.
Raise them again.
We will ensure your continued safety and well-being throughout this crisis.
Get your people out of there.
With your cooperation, we will overcome these radical elements and usher in another 20 years of peace and prosperity.
They don't stand a chance. Commander, we should get a squad ready to deploy.
That does not look good at all.
We have a squad ready to move on the Resistance Haven currently under siege by the aliens. Give the word and we'll move out.
Uh-huh. Well, by the way, that speaker dude, who was, he's like the figurehead speaking on behalf of Advent, or controlling Advent, or who knows, he totally, absolutely looks like a Thin Man from the previous XCOM games, so I'm betting that that's what he is. He's an evolved Thin Man, or the next iteration of those aliens. He's totally an alien. He's not human. Anyway, so this, I think, this looks and feels similar to, like, the Terror missions, where you had to go fight chrysalids and crap in the previous XCOM. That's kind of what this seems to be. Which worries me, because those missions are usually pretty tough. We're gonna do that next time, so thank you for joining me, and may the grace of the Twilight Dragon be with you.